Welcome back to my channel. This is T. In this video, I am going to explain to you what it feels like when you feel energy from hibiscus flowers, as well as the effects that your body will feel when you use them for healing yourself. Before I tell you what the energy feels like, I want to enlighten you on the history of the hibiscus flower. The meaning hibiscus is related to a term called ibis, and ibis means a bird. And this type of bird is the bird that the ancient Egyptians had a high regard for. So the ancient Egyptians used this flower in their spiritual practices. They did this because the flower helped them to connect to the divine. It also helped them to gain spiritual awareness. Not only that, but it protected them from negative energy. Hibiscus also means feminine, beauty, and the spirit of a young woman. Now I will go over the science part of what this flower is said to be able to do. The scientists say that if you consume this flower, it can help to lower your blood pressure. There are certain compounds in the flower that will have a direct effect on your heart. And so in your body is something called the sympathetic nervous system. I'm not sure if you are aware, but the sympathetic nervous system becomes deactivated and the parasympathetic nervous system becomes activated when you ingest hibiscus flowers or products of it. So, finally, we will talk about the energy that I felt when I held the fresh hibiscus flower in my right hand. And after that, we will talk about what I felt when I held the dry hibiscus flowers in my left hand. So when I held the fresh hibiscus flower in my right hand, I felt a strong pressure pushing in on the top of my rib cage. The top part where the base of the heart is, it felt like someone was pushing on my chest after some time. And it became very hard for me to breathe because when I tried to inhale, I wasn't able to fully do it. I was able to exhale with no problem though. Minutes later, I felt pressure on my throat. And when I tried to breathe air in, it was difficult. My lips started tingling, and that isn't something that usually happens. The energy then traveled towards my eyes, and I felt pressure around my eyes, and the pressure was minimal. The energy then traveled to my crown chakra location, and at that time I could feel my temples being massaged, and after a while, it felt like someone was pushing down on my forehead. So now I will talk about the dry hibiscus flowers. So when I was holding these flowers, I felt a lot of pressure in my throat, and I felt this pressure right away. It became difficult, very difficult for me to inhale and exhale. I experienced shallow breathing, and most of the difficulty with the breathing involved the inhaling part of it. So, and so I just kept focusing on how my breathing was because I know when I breathe normally, I know what that feels like, and it does not feel like what I was feeling at the time when I was holding the flowers. And so next, I started feeling energy on the side of my cheeks, and also um, I started feeling the pressure again on my temples. And I noticed my tongue was tingling, like it was something different don't feel. And I then started feeling pressure on the side of my head, the top pressure. I felt pressure on my ears, and it felt like someone was standing on the side of me. So I decided that I wanted to like end the process of what was happening. So I put the flowers down And after I put the flowers down, it felt like everything completely stopped. Like I didn't feel any more energy or pressure on my face or in my chakra locations. And so I want to go back over how the hibiscus flower can affect your heart rate or your blood pressure. I can see the flower being able to do this because if your breathing becomes shallow, then that means that your respirations are going to slow down. And that means that at some point your heart rate and your blood pressure will decrease. So I just wanted to cover this because it does make sense that this flower can decrease your heart rate or blood pressure because when I was trying to breathe in, I wasn't able to. And with all that going on, that is going to help to slow down my blood pressure or heart rate. So I hope that this video was useful to you. I appreciate everyone that is subscribing to my channel. I appreciate the people who are liking my videos and people who are taking interest in what I have to say. And I will make another video. And so thank you and take care.